getting your head stomped into the dirt to taking horns straight to the face, these are the 10 most terrifying knockouts in bull riding history. At number 10, Mark Kane got bucked off Big Chill at Fort Worth, landed directly on his head, and tried to run.
Oklahoma, and Big Chill is the name of this bull, David Bailey's bull.
But his legs gave out, the lights went off, and Kane dropped right there in the dirt.
Mark making a good ride, bull turns back away from his hand, bull not kicking a little all that much, he kind of gets him off in.
He shook it off and walked out. Lucky. But while Kane managed to walk it off, Ben Jones at number 9 stayed down longer than anyone wanted to see during round 4 of the 1998 PBR World Championships.
They've ridden him, they've averaged 87. Here we go, look at this bull.
He got thrown off lawman, landed square on the back of his head, and went completely limp.
There you go. Get over there, Benny. Oh, no. Oh, if he touched his rope, oh, no, he's not.
That knockout, everyone felt it. And speaking of knockouts everyone felt, Josh Faircloth got jerked around at the 2014 PBR Oakland event, and his head connected with Roy Clash's skull. He hit the ground unconscious, and when he came to, his legs wouldn't work. It was vicious.
Following it up with kick, this bull is very athletic. And I mean coming hard, and you see when they meet heads, I don't even think that's the point that he got knocked.
Now, Faircloth took one shot to the head, but Mark Kane at number 7 hung up on Air Jordan during the 1998 Lane Frost Memorial in Richmond.
Right, Terry Williams brought Air Jordan here, and Mark has not made the whistle in a while.
Air Jordan delivered a brutal shot that shut his lights off completely. Kane tried to get up, but couldn't.
Don't go, that boy. Come on, Mark. Left foot blowed out, and he's hung. Oh, whack in the chin, in the belly, dadgummit.
That was rough. Although Kane got wrecked by Air Jordan, Michael G-Man Gaffne at number 6 got thrown off Grumpy in Las Vegas, and then the bull went to work on him.
Got that fluid motion. I love to watch him ride when he's in sync.
Grumpy kicked Gaffne repeatedly, landing one square to the side of his head that knocked him out cold with a concussion.
I hit a 275,000, oh my, feet come out. Okay, not hit there, down on the ground, boom, he hit him, kicked him right there.
No joke, it looked like Grumpy was trying to end him. While G-Man got roughed up on the ground, Chris Shivers at number 5 thought he had everything under control. He didn't.
One day, I'll watch this one. Here we go.
Shivers was on fire during the championship round of the 1998 PBR World Finals. He made an incredible 93-point ride on hard copy. Everything was perfect until it wasn't. As soon as the buzzer sounded, Shivers got jerked to the front of the bull. Hard copy's horns came up fast. The first hit caught him clean. Then came the second one.
This shot right here. This gets him a mark. That hit him. Boom. Wow. There's the second time.
Both shots landed. Shivers crumpled to the ground, completely knocked out. The arena went from celebration to silence in less than a second.
Knocked him out. He's got him a shaving scar. You know.
The 2-time PBR World Champion laid there for what felt like forever. Eventually, he came to and walked out with hell. But that celebration, it turned into a nightmare real fast. I remember the ride, Shivers said later. I remember hitting 93, but after that, nothing, just blank. When I woke up, I didn't even know where I was. He admitted the wreck shook him. Not enough to quit, but enough to remind him how quickly things can go sideways in this sport. You think you've got it made, and then boom, he said. That's bull riding. One second you're on top of the world, the next you're flat on your back wondering what happened. Shivers walked away from that wreck, but it took time to shake it off completely. At number 4, Tough Hedeman found out Alligator wasn't interested in making things easy.
The bull that he's on. These are the 45 guys that came from 40 invited.
Hedeman got jerked around hard, caught the end of the bull's horn, and then got bucked off. As he hit the ground, Alligator stepped on him. The impact knocked him out instantly.
Watched the highlights of that a while ago. Hedeman really gets slammed down, and he may be hurt, Reed.
The crowd watched in silence as Hedeman laid there unconscious. It took a minute, but he eventually came to and walked out on his own. Still, the damage was done.
Add a little bit of insult to injury.
Well,
looks like he's up.
Yep, we're holding this bull riding, and
I've been knocked out before, Hedeman said, but this one stuck with me. You don't forget getting stepped on like that. He didn't let it stop him though. That's just how Tough operates. You get knocked down, you get back up. No excuses. Bull riding's not for everyone, he added. But if you're going to do it, you better be ready for whatever comes your way. Hedeman was ready, he just didn't expect Alligator to hit that hard. Even though Tough took a beating from Alligator, Glenn Keeley at number 3 got absolutely demolished by Scat Cat.
You know, getting in a jam because you know they'll be there.
Well, they're great, and we're talking about veterans as we talk about every one of them.
Keeley got jerked around viciously during round 2 of the 1995 Tough Hedeman Challenge 3 in Fort Worth. He tried to stay on, but it didn't matter. When he finally got bucked off, his hand stayed hung up.
That is the bull that he's drawn here.
Starts a great ride on an outstanding bull, and there we go. You look at Joe Baumgartner, Glenn hung up in a jam, and bullfighters are just right on top of it. And
that's when Scat Cat went to work. The bull stomped on him again and again. Keeley couldn't get loose, and every step landed hard. By the time his hand came free, he was completely knocked out.
Knocked him out, and doesn't look good at all.
The medics rushed in immediately. Keeley didn't move for a while. That stomping session, it took everything out of him. I don't remember much after I hung up, Keeley said. Just the sound of the bull's hooves hitting the ground, and then nothing. He was out cold. The kind of knockout where you don't just shake it off and walk away. This one required serious recovery time. I knew the risks, Keeley added, but knowing them and living through them are two different things. That wreck taught me that real quick. Keeley eventually came back, but that knockout from Scat Cat, he carried that with him for a long time. Now, Keeley took a brutal stomping, but Charles Lichfield at number 2 got pounded so hard by Amber's pet that they had to stretcher him out.
Scotty lit on his head.
Right on him. Here's Charlie Lichfield, he's on.
It was the championship round of the 1998 Bonanza in Guthrie, Oklahoma. Lichfield came out strong, but Amber's pet had other plans. The bull bucked him off fast, and then the real damage started.
Word now. Watch Charlie's free hand and head. And just see, he's knocked him out right there.
Amber's pet stomped on him, not once, not twice, multiple times. Each hit landed with force, and by the time the bull was done, Lichfield was completely unconscious. The arena went silent. Lichfield didn't move. The medics knew immediately that this wasn't a quick recovery situation.
Have the best of care. That's one of the things. That's probably the best thing.
They brought out the stretcher and carried him off. No walking it off. No waving to the crowd. Just a stretcher and a long trip to the hospital. I woke up in the ambulance, Lichfield said. I didn't know where I was. Didn't know what happened. They had to tell me I got knocked out. The doctors told him he was lucky. The repeated stomping could have caused serious permanent damage. But Lichfield, he didn't feel lucky. Lucky would have been staying on, he said. This was just surviving. He took time to recover, but the knockout stuck with him, and unfortunately for Lichfield, his worst wreck was still ahead of him. At number 1, Charles Lichfield got knocked out so hard by Nightcat that his lights went out before he even hit the ground.
Good friend of mine, Charlie Lichfield. He's almost from Mesquite over in Godley, Texas.
It was round 3 of Bonanza 93 in Guthrie. Lichfield climbed on Nightcat thinking he could handle it, but Nightcat had different ideas.
There. Lets himself, opens it wide open, boom. I mean, that's both sides.
Lichfield got jerked forward while still on the bull. Then it happened. Nightcat's horns came up and caught him square in the face. Once, then twice. The second shot was the one that did it. Lichfield was knocked out cold before his body even hit the dirt. He didn't try to catch himself, didn't react, just fell like a sack of bricks.
That's all it is, and it could be.
Boy, we see him being helped out of the arena.
The crowd watched in horror as Lichfield laid there motionless. The medics rushed in, but everyone knew this was bad, real bad. They carried him out, no other option. He was completely unconscious and stayed that way for a while. I remember getting on, Lichfield said. I remember the gate opening, and then nothing, just black. I woke up in the hospital hours later. The doctors told him he took 2 direct hits to the face from Nightcat's horns. Both landed clean, both knocked him out, and the second one made sure he didn't wake up until well after the ride was over. People asked me if I was scared to get back on after that, Lichfield said. Honestly, I don't remember enough of it to be scared, but I do remember the aftermath, and that was rough. Lichfield recovered. Eventually, but Nightcat's knockout, that's the one people still talk about when they mention his name. The riders who come back after wrecks like these, they're built different because it takes more than guts to climb back on after getting knocked unconscious. It takes something most people don't have.